Hi loves, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's good to have you here. And to people who are new, because I've noticed that I have new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I hope you feel welcome and you found the information here very helpful. I do a lot of self-development, education, and hair videos. That's pretty much the gist of this channel. Okay, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so as you have probably seen with the title, today I'm going to be talking to you about practicals and how to prepare for practicals with Unisa. So first of all, I'm going to talk about people who live far away. If you're a person who doesn't live close to the Unisa Science campus, you will have to find either a university that you can do this practicals at, or a civil engineering lab, or a lab. If you're doing biochemistry, then it's probably going to be a biochemistry lab, and that's where you're going to be doing your practicals, and it has to obviously be certified. Normally, they will give you guys or give us a list of labs where you can do these practicals if you have to do them at a lab. Um, a privately owned lab. If you're going to do it at a university, you will have to contact the university yourself and see if they can accommodate you, and then you can put it in the forms you fill the beginning of the year about your practicals. Go watch my video on Unisa registering for Unisa, how to register for Unisa. I'm gonna put a link down below. I'll put a lot more information about this admin stuff for modules, right? So, second, if you are a person who did not find a lab or university around you and you now have to travel to the science campus in Florida, please make sure you've got accommodation. UNISA does not offer accommodation. It doesn't have any dormitories, hostels, or res. No, UNISA doesn't have that. So you will have to find yourself the accommodation you're going to be staying in for the duration of your practicals. And most of all, practicals go like per module a week. But since it's lockdown and the pandemic, they have tried to shorten some of those to 3 days, right? So make sure you book accommodation. UNISA does not provide any student accommodation. Maybe we should speak to the student council about this. At least have a somewhat building that students can actually come through for practicals. However, there are B&Bs around. The science campus is in a residential area, so there are buildings around there that you can go and leave while you are like leaving them while you're doing your practicals. Okay. And oh, someone had asked if you can move out of your house and go live in some Unisa or rent an apartment and have Nesfas take care of it, because take off your rent, because it's like, what is for university? I honestly don't know, but since you are just looking for accommodation yourself and the university is not involved, I'm not sure if Nesfas would actually like pull through, because it's like open distance learning. That's what it is. That's why it's there. It's for people who can't afford maybe to leave their family or leave their job or something like that. So now we're gonna talk about dates. Make sure you choose your date online on my Unisa. Don't forget to choose a date to do your practicals, and choose according to the instructions that are there. If you have to choose 2 or 3 days consecutively, make sure you choose 21, 22, 23 April. Don't jump about, because it will be like a sequence. It's probably like a whole lot of other tests that you have to do, and they want to make sure everyone does them by having a group come this day, the next day they do that, and then the last day they do the other thing, right? So also make sure you check the dates. Sometimes the dates of our practicals are moved, and since it's like Corona, the days of the practicals have been moved. So, due to lockdown. So, if you're a person who lives very far and you had booked accommodation, you definitely have to be aware of the dates and make sure that you are still having accommodation by those days come. Maybe cancel the bookings that you had made for the earlier days. Okay, yeah. Now we are going to talk about the study material around the practical. Please, if you can, I know you can. I know you can because you can. Like you can. Make sure that you cover at least minimum half of the work that is like the theory of the practical. So normally what happens in Unisa, you get a practical module and a theory module of the same subject. So you will have physics, the theory module, and physics, the practical module. So what you need to do is study most of the stuff in the theory so that when you get to the practical, you've covered some basic ground. I know some of our lecturers were not happy that people were really asking basic stuff because then it puts everyone behind. you know Now everyone, instead of you just reading 2 pages in the textbook, they're going to explain it for you. And he did advise, please go study the material. Go and study the material, know the calculations, have an idea. When you come, have specific questions in terms of the theory that you want to ask. But normally you do get online lectures before a practical or before a test or before that. You can always request to your lecturer to have something like that where you can just ask theory questions, right? Or you can just email your lecturer. Like some lecturers respond. Some Google is your friend, YouTube is your friend. Okay, and now that you've studied, I want you to consider your safety clothing. The next thing is safety clothing. Make sure that you've got safety boots or closed shoes, overalls or denim wear or trousers that are of a hard material, not leggings, not shorts, because you are going to be in a science lab, and we all know scientific labs have a lot of things going on in them, chemicals or like pieces of things that can actually harm you. Do not come wearing open shoes. And honestly, heels, I mean, I don't even need to say this, but like, don't come in your thigh high boots with like a 6-inch heel. It's gonna be uncomfortable because you have to move up and down a lot. And make sure, if you don't have safety boots, make sure the material of your closed shoe is like a strong material, something between like a school shoe, what kids wear to school shoe. That material is really great. And also like the sole of the shoe has to be like really thick. Not like extremely thick, but thick. Because sometimes people drop sharp things on the floor, or sharp things on the floor fall. It's a science lab. If it, what do you call it? A test tube breaks and you step on it, and if your shoe is not thick enough, it's just gonna go right up into your foot, and that won't be good, right? So make sure that you are wearing proper clothes. I know sometimes they won't let you in if you're not wearing proper clothes. Wear long trousers. If it's hot, maybe you can wear a t-shirt and a jacket. It doesn't have to be a winter jacket, just something to cover your arms and just give you that extra layer of protection. If you're a woman like me, I would say, this is just my general advice. See, just tie your hair back. Or if you've got short hair like me, like just like, obviously my hair is not really that short. I can put it into a ponytail. But if you've got shorter hair, just make sure like you clip it back, at least the front part, and then when you're doing practicals, it's not coming into your face. and also it doesn't get stuck on some machine doing something. Okay, yeah. But if you don't want to do that, it's fine. You can just wear your hair. It's fine. However, sometimes some practicals will require for you guys to have a helmet on, but personally, I haven't been to a practical where I need a helmet on. I haven't had anything that intense. And yeah, I'm in my 30s, so okay, yeah. I haven't had anything that intense. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much to my new subscribers. If you got to this end of the video and you found it helpful, please click the subscribe button and click the like button. And then if you're a person with more questions, you can DM me on my Instagram. You can ask in the comment section. I am free to talk about this because I did post about it. I started the conversation. If you feel like there's something I missed, put it down there. If you feel like there's something I should do to put it down there, DM me. Let's have, we have, it's an open space here, a safe space. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you for watching. Yeah.